All right, well, good morning, guys. It's about 6:30, 7 o'clock, early Sunday morning, and we had 66 degrees just about a day ago, 2 days ago, and overnight we got a snowstorm here. And it's not something I'm really going to worry about too much because this coming Wednesday we're supposed to be around the 70s, 68, 69, 70 degrees. So what you're looking at here isn't going to last very long, but let's just take a look here. About 5 inches of snow. I figured I might as well give you an update. It seems like every single one of my videos lately, at the start of the video, I'm giving the weather report. So I don't know what that's all about, but yeah. This storm came on pretty fast in the evening yesterday, and it's a real wet snow, and as a matter of fact the ground isn't even frozen underneath, so it's a little bit muddy, but I don't know, it's supposed to be 40 today, and I still want to get an area plowed out for the mailman and just clean up a little bit, but by Wednesday this is all going to be gone. But sure makes a real nice winter scene here. So anyway, a couple other updates while I'm on the subject here. I don't know if you'll notice, all the way in the back I have everything jammed in here now. All the way in the back is my hay wagon that I usually have stored in the top of the barn. The reason it's down here now, I had said that I usually wait till January or February to start advertising hay, to sell hay. I just started really pushing to advertise, and I have a customer coming next week, and it's the type of customer for hay that you kind of are looking for. It's somebody that wants to be a regular customer. They're looking for quantity, large quantities, all at one time, and they had even asked if I could keep their number and call them while I'm baling. They'll buy it right out of the field to help save me some time. So if corn prices don't rebound, and if I can get one or two more people like this person that's going to be a regular hay customer, I might not do change anything on the farm here. Yeah, it's a pain making hay. It's by myself. But if I can get it lined up and get it worked out that I have the hay customers show up the day I'm baling, and they can basically unload my wagon and have it empty by the time I'm ready for another one, that would work out perfect. I wouldn't change a thing with the acreages here as far as the corn and beans. I just keep them the same and keep on putting hay through the baler. Now, granted, it's hard to find a customer like this, but he's pretty well committed to it, so we'll see how it works out. But that's what I've been looking for. That's what I've been waiting for, and I'm glad it panned out. I'm not getting what I wanted for the hay, and it's been a tough year for hay. Just seeing different auction reports and seeing what's out there as far as the hay sales, it's just not doing well. I mean, it's everything in ag right now is just so it's I'll put it this way, I'm getting above my break-even point. I need to get it out of there for next year because I don't want to keep going up higher and higher and making it harder on myself to put hay away. I'd like to have the barn completely empty by spring, and as of right now, that's a very good possibility. So another reason to plow a little bit of snow. If he wants to come Monday or something, I got to have the door open so he can get there. So yeah, I'm happy for the hay customer, because I had bought another piece of equipment and I didn't budget for it, and I was planning to sell my hay to make the budget work for it. So I'll let you guys know when that happens. I always want to make sure I have the equipment here before I tell you guys what it is, just in case if I don't get it, there's no point in even talking about it. Then I'm just dreaming and talking with no action. So I want to make sure it's here, and then I'll do a reveal on what I bought. So this morning, it's early Sunday morning, and got my battery cleaner here. terminals on this battery on this 395 are pretty rough. I can't always get it to start. I have to kind of wiggle at the wires, so I want to try to clean them up and see if it makes a difference and get this thing started and start pushing snow. And being that it's Sunday morning, I got to watch where I am so I don't wake up neighbors. So anyway, have a little fun out in the snow here on Sunday morning. So we'll see what else we come up with today. All right, guys, it's just about 10 hours later in the day compared to when I made the video from the first part of this video. The sun is going down. Two things I want to cover quick to end this video. First of all, you see out there all the standing water in the field, and then I don't know how well you can see all up through there, and then there's a pond out there. This field here, actually, that I had soybeans in last year, is the only field on the farm that I have standing water at any time. Usually with the slopes and the hills here, the water tends to run off rather than have standing water. You can see out there, it's kind of a pond. It's like a low spot. I don't know why my camera's having trouble zooming out all of a sudden. There we go. Anyway, all the water kind of fills in here, slopes. This is on a pitch, and then my driveway is higher than the road there. Now, there was drain tile under here, and that's the spot that is usually wet. So I'm wondering if we're just having some tile issues like in the summertime when there's a pond there. Have had thoughts about maybe digging a trench across the road to put it over in here to let it run off. But this field here is actually lower, and it's probably the lowest field on the farm, and the tile works pretty good in this field usually in the summertime. Right now there's no standing water, but it is pretty muddy. But yeah, we got one issue there that I haven't quite figured out yet and figured out what to do with. So I figured I'd just share it with you guys. The other question I had a question a while ago, and I don't think I ever answered it very well. Somebody asked how big this building is. They wanted to know the size of this machinery shed that I have all my equipment in. I did measure it already. It is 120 feet long from all the way at the back wall all the way out to the door here. So it is 120 feet long. It is a nice long building. The only issue is it's only about 30 feet wide. So for a machinery shed 30 feet wide, it's tough sometimes to get equipment in here depending on what it is to try to get width-wise. But we got 30 feet wide, and the ceiling height, it's not quite 12 feet. It's like 11 foot 10, 11 foot 11. In this part here where these trusses are, then there's a little bit of a low spot right there. Now that can be cut even higher. That transition there between the buildings can actually be cut, and the buildings would then be the same height all the way through. I did actually cut that out when I first moved here because you couldn't get the hay wagons into the back section. They were all confined to the front, and I'd rather have the hay wagons in the back out of the way. And if you guys that are longer time viewers, you'll remember the fiasco I had with trying to get a combine in here. That Massey combine I was going to buy, it was like 12 foot 2, 12 foot 3, and it was just a couple inches too high to get in. There's only one door on this shed, and it's about 14 and a half, 15 feet. It's almost 15 feet, so it's almost a half of the building here. For the future, what you could do if you wanted to get a little bit wider doorway, as far as depending on what equipment you'd have, I don't know if you'd be able to get a 6-row corn planter in through here, if that would be a thing that I'd be doing in the future. But being that the end wall here isn't weight bearing, the trusses are being held on either side, what you could probably do is basically where this center pole is, that's about the center of this edge of the building. Let's see if I can get a better view here. That's about the center. You could basically cut out here and build a wall out here, and you could have twin sliding doors to open up. And I don't know how wide you'd be able to make it. You'd still have to have the doors that they don't quite, you still want them to be flush with the building when they're open. But you could get a double doors to open up here and put the door in the center, and you could probably get, I don't know, 18, 19, maybe 20 feet, I don't know. But that's something that could be changed if it ever had to be in the future. So yeah, those are the kind of the dimensions of the building. 120 feet long, 30 feet wide, almost 12 foot high, and with about a 15-foot doorway, not quite. So, all right, guys, I'll end the video there. Thanks for watching, and we'll keep the videos coming.